What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. For all my white boys, strong drop kick, karate kick, Hulk smash, and definitely smash the like button. Check out the join membership for perks, special lives, and check out the description for everything else. All right, for this video here, man, it's a simple subject. I'm real surprised no one has hit this one. No one has touched this one before. There's a simple currency in the chain gang everybody uses. Everything from inmate to CO and everything in between. It's a simple thing, man. Stamps, okay? Stamps, in the state of Florida, stamps can go a long way, okay? You know, you can get into the hustling, you can be in the dope game, you can do all that type of stuff, man. There's a lot of things that come with that as well. Or you could be the secret slider with the stamps. You know what I mean? I started doing this too late in the bid, but I should have did it the whole time. This video right here, man, is for any of my subs that have people in there, that know people in there. Take notice of this video right here, what I'm telling you. All right, stamps. Before you go to the chain gang, when you're in the county jail, you know you're gonna accumulate stamped and stamped envelopes. Okay, a lot of people don't know this. You know, not a regular stamp, or as you're in prison, a stamp will lose its value. Sometimes the post office will put a cent tax on it or 2-cent tax on it, so it could go from 48 cents to 50 cents in a year. But when you buy a forever stamp, if it says forever on it, that will never lose value, okay? So being said that, when you're in the chain gang and, you know, you collect all these stamps, that's a forever value, you know what I mean? You'd be surprised. I'm not talking about leaving with 20, you know, and you can go to the post office and cash them in. I'm talking about leaving with, you know, 20,000. You know, that adds up. 50 cents times 20,000, somebody do it. All right. Now, it's not that hard to do, okay? It's a simple currency, okay? When you go from county jail to prison, you can bring a certain amount of stamps with you, okay? And those are very important because you need the stamps to write to your people, to get them on your phone list, to do all that, okay? You're going to need stamps. But as time goes by, you'll get on that phone, you really don't need them unless you want to mail out a card or this and that. That's another thing. The first hustle I seen with stamps was you go to the window, the canteen window, let me get a soda, a couple soups, an X amount of stamps. You're going to pay, you know, face amount for that. When you correspond with somebody in there, to and from, you have these MacGyvers in there that are literally, the post office will stamp the stamp, okay? Just like when you get a bill or something with that marker, these MacGyvers will wipe off the stamp, peel it back, and reuse it. It's beast how it's done, okay? You know, but stamps you will accumulate them. You know, people might want a cigarette or something. They don't have a soup. They don't have this and that. They'll come to you with stamps. Most people say, nah, I don't want them, man. I'm straight. Come back with a soup. I'm taking them. I'm taking. You got people listening up, man. If you got people in there, when you go to confinement, you know you don't have canteen. Sure, you could have some of your brothers get word that you're back there, and you might get something. Yes, that's possible, but that's not going to be all the time. You know, your stamps is your life back there. Is your life. Without stamps, you can't correspond with anybody outside that room. So it's very important. Plus, it's still commodity in there. When the runaround comes, you're starving back in confinement. Anybody in there knows what I'm talking about. You're starving. When the runaround's running around, you know, you have commodity, you have money. Hey man, what's up with a loaf of bread, bro? I got a book of stamps for a loaf of bread. That's what it costs. They call it a kilo. A loaf of bread, a straight up loaf of bread is a kilo back in confinement. And trust me, I've gotten a lot of kilos back there, and that it starts to taste like the best restaurant you can believe. Steak, potatoes, the whole nine when you're in there. You know what I mean? Stamps also can be used for COs. If you have a whole bunch of... Now, the COs I'm talking about that are up on this, they do the same thing. Okay, you can only have so many stamps in the chain gang. I forget what the property Sarge, what it was when I left, but you can't have 20,000. But they'll hit you. And if you have over the amount, they're going to cuff them. What do you think they're doing with the stamps? A lot of them take them home and use them for their bills or whatever else have you. But a lot of them will just go hit dudes and snag the extra stamps and go to the post office and get the money for them. They never lose value, but they got to be forever. Now, it's a commodity, man. We talked about the bread. When you first get to prison, you're gonna need your stamps. When you first get to prison, your card, your ID card, you can have money on your books from the county jail to prison, but you're gonna be messed up. You can't just go to the window and start ordering deodorant and all that. You're messed up. You need showers. You need all that. If you have enough stamps, you could buy. You say, hey man, I'll give you a book and make a mini list. You see what I'm saying? I forget what a book cost when I was in. Whatever 20 times the amount of stamps is, you're not going to get face dollar unless you happen to know somebody, or if you're in a gang, they're going to give it to you anyhow. Spanish dudes, they're going to get blessed however have you. But if you're on your own, the more stamps you have, you can get simple things. You see what I'm saying? For instance, man, when I went to the reception from county, I had my simple things, but I had so many stamps that I was renting a radio off somebody. You know what I mean? I was in Orlando and I was listening to Orlando stations, this and that. I was renting a radio here and there. But man, if you get there, if you know somebody in there, if they stack them stamps up, if they stack them up, or if they send them home, you could if you're on the streets, you could mail somebody in the chain gang a book of stamps, 10 envelopes, 10 pieces of paper in a manila envelope, all that, every so often. You see what I'm saying? If you stack them up, if they're forever, if they get stacked up, you can straight up take them things home and cash them in. It sounds petty, them things add up. I know a couple dudes that came home and cashed them in for $2,000. That's a big start for someone coming home. You see what I'm saying? There's a magazine place. You can Google it. I don't have the link. I will, as I'm uploading this video, I'll try to find it. It's a magazine place out of Georgia. Literally, you can get. They have a thing where it's 4 or 5 subscriptions for $20. You have your people give them $20, and you get 5 subscriptions. So every month you're in the chain gang, you have a book. It could be Men's Fitness, it could be In Touch. All this stuff is coming to you. You have to read something. They will accept a certain amount of book of stamps for a subscription as well. I don't know if it was 2. I don't know what it is. I don't remember. You can Google this. Book of stamps for magazine subscription. You can Google this. All right. That was a big lick. I was putting everybody on there because if I'm getting the Men's Fitness, I take JD to get the In Touch, and then we swoop it around like that. We're having all types of stuff come in. So, you know what I mean? Stamps is a big one, man. If you stack enough up, it's just commodity, man. You can make moves with COs, not major moves, but listen, man, power moves. You want to do a power move. You want to get a bunk. The dude's farting next to you too much, or you want to get up out of this dorm. Yeah, if you don't have cash money, it's just as good. Hey, man. Here, man. You know what I mean? Move me over here. Get me up out of this dorm. It is what it is. Stamps is a big misunderstood hustle, man. You can come home with money. They got to be forever. If you know people in there and you watch the prison videos, you could tell these people what's up, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not suggesting anybody to go get a sack of Tucci, K2. I'm not suggesting them to sell cigarettes. I definitely don't want to suggest anybody to join a gang. But listen, man, when you come home, it's hard to start over. It is hard. It's not. I got a house, but this was not easy, man. This was not easy. I bust my butt for this house and my family, and I make time for the tube. But hey, man, stamps is where it's at, man. It's an easy hustle. I suggest it. You got to be careful. If you have too many, you can get knocked off. For sure, you can get knocked off. They'll snag them, But this is gonna go in the hustling series, man. Hope you guys have been joining the gangs. I'm gonna start breaking down a lot more things. I'm gonna start trying to go live at least every other week. I don't want to say something and not follow through with it. I'm trying. I'm going to try to give another giveaway soon. A big shout out to Dallas. Big shout out to Nick Allen. Big shout out to Eyes Never Lie. Big shout out to Ickmeal. Big shout out to Jody. Big shout out to Critter Corner. Big shout out to, off the top of my head, John Knuckles, Biz, Viking. Man, but that's it, man. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. Stamps, tell them about it. Tell them I said it. Tell them it's certified. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. Stay safe, stay out, and stay solid. And to the next one.